Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
And Vinaka Fiji, in this bulletin, use of school grants tops PAC meeting agenda. No need for Saturday classes, says Minister. And TSLB concerned with incomplete applications.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Edwin Nunn.
The Public Accounts Committee has heard a joint submission from the Fiji Independent Commission Against Corruption and the Ministry of Education on how they are tackling the governance of school grants. FICAC did not disclose the number of suspected fraud cases, instead elaborating on efforts to drive anti-corruption awareness. Maggie Boyle reports.
It's an audit report on the effectiveness of the institutional framework for preventing corruption. As implementers, FICAC highlighted the importance of awareness.
We have got more than 25 sessions with teachers and 11 sessions with tertiary level students. We have 23 sessions with school students and 9 Good Kiddo sessions.
Committee members questioned FICAC on the details of their processes.
What type of consultations are you having with them, since they are the owners of these schools, and also with the teacher unions?
One of the examples that I can give you of one of our work that was done last year was done with ADRA, which is the Adventist Church group. This is the NGO arm of the Adventist Church. What we did was we worked in collaboration with them to cover all schools in the Kondrove area.
The PAC chair pressed for more clarity.
And if you find out that one of the management or one of the school there is some fraud case that is taking place, how do you actually deal with such scenarios?
It is actually supplied to the office of the Deputy Commissioner. It is on his discretion and upon his approval that further action will be taken.
The ministry revealing that they've referred several cases of suspected fraudulent use of school grants to the Commission for further investigation. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Education Minister Rosie Akbar has questioned the need for schools to hold Saturday classes. Speaking to heads of schools in the Mbua and Maduata provinces in Lambasa, Akbar says teachers need to properly manage their time in school. Eleanor Turangaivu reports.
The Ministry of Education has received numerous requests from schools to hold extra classes on Saturdays. This has the Minister for Education, Rosie Akbar, concerned.
I've started receiving requests for Saturday classes, and I don't understand why. I was a teacher for 25 years. Why do we need Saturday classes? If we plan, if we understand our syllabi, if we understand the needs of our children, and we plan our teaching well, do we need Saturday classes?
Speaking to heads of primary and secondary schools from Boa and Maduata this morning, Akbar says there are a lot more that goes into holding extra classes.
When you organize Saturday classes, your teachers have to sacrifice their family time. Then there will be bus fare issues. Then there will be disciplinary issues. Then there will be other safety issues for your children.
According to Akbar, wanting to hold extra classes basically means teachers are not properly utilizing their time in school.
You only ask for evening classes or extra classes or Sunday classes if you can justify that the time that is given to you 8 to 4 is not enough. There's a lot of time, 8 to 4 is a lot of time. Plan it.
Akbar has urged the heads of schools and teachers to properly manage their time and to familiarize themselves with the ministry's policies. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
Surveillance is being increased in and around Suva City with the installation of closed-circuit television or CCTV cameras at busy streets and crime hotspots. The Suva City Council has installed 98 CCTV cameras in the central business district and its perimeters. The council aims to keep the capital city safe for all Fijians.
Trying to ensure that if we are going to fight crime, let's look at technology, how best to prevent crime from happening. And these are deterrents that we want to put out. So one of the things we try to do is put out CCTV and put out notice that if you want to be naughty, we're watching you. And with that, lights. on the dark spots, putting out lights so that it protects people that are going out at night as well.
Police are working closely with the council to connect the CCTV cameras to the command center at the Totongo police station. Another 20 CCTV cameras will be installed in the coming months. All police stations will soon have a specialized family protection unit to deal with incidents of violence against women and children. Director Strategic Planning for Police SSP Aporosa Lutunaunga says this is part of their 5-year restructure which has been approved by Cabinet. SSP Lutunaunga says they are on phase 2 and those manning the family protection unit will be trained accordingly. During the joint submission to the Public Accounts Committee, he highlighted that there is a shift in the percentage of women and children in their criminal database.
These units will see the merging of the current sexual offense unit and the juvenile bureau to specifically address crime against women and children from the front line. Honorable Chair, to this effect, we are on phase 2 of the restructure.
Concerns have been raised that although higher education institutions have started classes, a number of students have not completed their applications at the Tertiary Scholarship and Loans Board. TSLB Chief Executive Bobby Maharaj says this has affected their ability to send a list of sponsored students to respective institutions in order to attain the enrollment report and pay allowances for Term 1. He says out of the 8,129 applications, 6,645 have been processed. Maharaj is urging students to complete their applications and submit signed and completed copies of bond forms and offer letters by next Friday.
Difficulty is that if they don't complete on time, one, they don't get tagged on time. Two, they will be receiving their allowances very late. As we had said, that we have started paying the allowances from last week Friday. So students who are missing out are possibly the ones, one, those who have not enrolled for this term. Two, they haven't completed their application with TSLB. And three, we may have given them the bond form and offer letter, but they are yet to sign and retain the bond form and offer letter.
The Social Welfare Department under the Ministry of Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation is urging all recipients of monthly allowances to update their information. Permanent Secretary Jennifer Poole says they want all data updated so that the right people are receiving the assistance. She says some family members have not informed the ministry of loved ones who've passed away. Any recipient who fails to submit proper information will have their allowances discontinued.
Within the next few months, please fill in the recertification form at their nearest social welfare office. And also our Reach bus will have the form too. You should be able to get it from them if there's the Reach buses in your area. And what we are asking is that they get that form certified to state that they are indeed who they are and that they are alive and present with us.
Coming up, Fiji cricket great will be missed. And women boxers ready to battle.
Oira na ngone na nonde inuni ena beisinga ni mataka.
Mersusunga da kena loma dina kena mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina nona baksa ngai ka wala loma taki na ngone. Dala bina oya o meliki.
Bulre oya o Samuel Samuli.
Nama kiki rau ena be mataka.
Boniti kina makarombuka.
Ni boi tiri kalima na miniti me ona kina tiri na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji One na ndobo ibiti.
Indaw kina na mataka. Dan ramai na singabo.
Welcome back. Fiji has lost one of its most faithful sports administrators. Cricket Fiji is mourning the loss of Josefa Rika, commonly known in the sporting fraternity as Joe. Joe, who was a former national rep, passed away on Monday, aged 33. Akuida Dama reports.
Joe Rika had been at the forefront of cricket development in the country, and his name is synonymous to the sport.
For our generation and the new generation to come, in a rugby mad nation like Fiji, when you talk cricket to someone who has no idea about cricket, all they know is Joe Rika.
Conrote says Rika will go down as one of the greatest cricket players Fiji has ever produced.
Joe's represented Fiji from when he was 13 in the under-19s. When he was 16, he made his debut for the national team. And he hasn't just been a face in the team, he's actually been an outstanding performer. at a very young age, captained the team at 22. So his record is a parallel to the names that we knew growing up, Joeli Mateawa, Cecil Brown, and the others.
One of Fiji's cricket greats who played with and coached Rika shared his best moments with him today.
The memory that I'll never forget when I coached Joe to the under-19 in Vanuatu, when he scored, I think around about 200 runs in Vanuatu during his captaincy.
Joe Rika captained Fiji in several international tournaments. He will be laid to rest today. Aquila Dhama, FBC Sports.
2 female boxers are encouraging other women to take up the sport. Inise Kaunimara and Katrina Singh believe boxing can be more than just a sport for many women. Aquila Dhama with the details.
They may be sealing the deal for their fight next month, but Inise Kaunimara wants more women to follow her footsteps.
We should take up boxing in Fiji. First, it's kind of like a part of self-defense, because now in Fiji it's not like before. But people around us start to change, and encourage women to take up boxing as a sport.
Katrina Singh, who has had 7 professional fights, moved to Fiji from Samoa in 2009 and believes relevant authorities should do more for women's boxing.
Something that I really love doing, being a female, is like it also helps me to as my self-defense. So I think the boxing commissions should provide provide clubs or provide conference and functions that to draw women and then educate them more on how. And just tell them it's not a bad sport, because I'm sure some of them are scared that they might get knocked out, but it's not at all. And
Singh and Kaunimara will fight in one of the supporting bouts for the Best Boxing Promotions event on the 14th of next month at the FMF Gymnasium in Suva. Aquila Dhama, FBC Sports.
FIGIFA Chief Executive Mohammed Yusuf says the association feels there are a few issues they need to iron out with FASANOC before making nominations for the Fiji Sports Awards. The FIGIFA has made 0 nominations for this year's awards after 3 years of competing for top honours. Yusuf says they fully support the awards and will be present at this year's function.
Last 3, 17, 18, 19, we were there full on. And FIGIFA is always support. This year for the awards, we will be there and will support the whole program.
Melbourne Rebels are keen to bounce back from last weekend's loss to the Sunwolves when it faces the Brumbies tonight. No major change in the weather forecast. Expect fine weather in the morning with a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon or evening. And that's your FBC Morning News. Remember to join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin for these stories and others. You can also tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. That's it from me for now. Have a good morning.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही हैं।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।